Yes, it's Friday, folks. Time to wrap up the week with your daily tech update. And then after that, a question from our listener mail. After all these years, the conventional wisdom about wet iPhones is, well, all wet. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by T-Mobile. Their advanced network now goes farther than ever before. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 today. Less than a month after the original iPhone was released, a member of the Mac Rumors website posted that he dropped his iPhone in water. To dry it out, he covered the phone in rice. That was July of 2007, the first documented attempt to use uncooked rice to absorb the moisture and fix the iPhone. As it turns out, the rice trick is worthless. We know this because after 17 long years, Apple has finally published a research paper saying that uncooked rice actually slows down the drying process. The only way to save the phone, if it can be, is to gently tap the water out, dry it off, wait 24 hours, then try to charge it up. If you do get a warning message, unplug it and hope for the best. And save the rice for your next Chinese dinner. You need tech smarts to get ahead in this world, and you can do it with my free newsletter at getkim.com. All right, it's time to dive into the listener mailbag. Let's see, what burning question do we have today? Richard in Knoxville, Tennessee. Hi, Richard.
Well, you've had, I've been enjoying some of your, or a lot of actually, of your tips on iPhones and PCs and whatnot, but recently you had an article on deleting TikTok, and not to mention some other apps from your devices,
right.
And because of the acquisition of personal information. My question regards, though, what happens, if anything, if I receive, and I have been receiving, forwards of TikTok videos from other people, and I'm sure they probably received it from somebody first. So if I get that and watch it, is there any risk to me of the Chinese getting information from my device?
Yeah, but not as bad as if you had TikTok and they get copies of every single thing that you do on your phone, and your voice print and your facial ID and your photos, your videos. And again, it's all going back to communist China. If you just watch this video, what they're going to get is your browser type, the browser that you're using, information about your phone, whether it's an iPhone 12, 13, Huawei, Google Pixel, whatever it is, and your IP address. And the IP address ties you to your location because every unique gadget has an IP address. Now, there is something else that they might be able to get, is something called pixels. And that's really kind of an interesting thing. You have companies like Meta, Microsoft, and Google. They use these things called pixels to track users, and so does TikTok. So when you watch that video, there's a pixel that's going to be tracking you too, and that's where they may get some searches when you visit different sites, and if you put anything into your shopping cart or anything like that. Now, TikTok says what they do use pixels, but they say that it's just quote unquote aggregated, meaning that we don't really know it's Richard in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's what they say, but I don't believe them. I have trouble believing them. So there's really no way to really know how they're using those pixels. But the bottom line is that if you just watch that TikTok video and you don't have TikTok installed, they're still getting information about you, about your browser, your phone information, and again, your IP address. Yeah. They're always watching. Richard, thank you for your call. Hey, thanks for lending me your ears. Now, if you have a question just itching for an answer, super easy. Just swing by Commando.com and click where it says Email Kim. I promise, I read each and every note you send. And don't miss out on Tech's top stories. Subscribe to my free daily newsletter over at GetKim.com.